All right, we all know that keeping hydrated is important in this dangerous heat, especially if you're going to be outside. Spending too much time outdoors makes you lose water, and you will also sweat out electrolytes. They help the body function normally. But you can eat to keep hydrated. Angela Lamont is a registered dietitian, and she is here with some very smart options. Good to see you, Angela.
Good
Thanks for coming in. All right, let's start by talking about water. This is really the gold standard, isn't it?
Yeah, the gold standard for the body. The problem is that whenever you sweat, you also lose other important things like electrolytes, sodium, magnesium, potassium, and calcium. They all help keep the fluid in the tissues, in the body tissues where they belong. So water is important, but we can also eat for hydration also.
And that's more fun, isn't it?
Well, I think so.
All right. Let's start with fruits and vegetables. That's kind of obvious. There's a lot of water in fruits and veggies, isn't there? 85 to
95% water. So you can actually get a lot of fluid out of the fruits and veggies you see here. The ones that I have here are actually on the higher end.
Really? What are our best bets?
Yeah, so over on your left side, we've got spinach, which is also is high in water, but it's also high in calcium, and it has a bunch of magnesium in it. So it's got, I consider it kind of like a superfood. But you also have in that salad, you also have the strawberries that is high in potassium. Right. Over going around to the left here, you've got the corn chips that actually have sodium.
I was surprised to see this out here.
They're natural. All it is corn and salt. So you can add that with some guacamole, which is also really high in all the nutrients that we're looking for.
So salt is important.
It is whenever you're sweating. Right. Okay, if you're outside and you're out, I think about my kids, 4 and 7. They're out in the playground. They're sweating. They're getting themselves some really good activity. So they need to replenish with some sodium.
Watermelon seems like kind of an obvious one.
Absolutely. I actually lightly salted them. Okay. So that is high water content with also a little bit of sodium to replenish back into the body. And cherries actually are one of the higher things, fruits and potassium. So I included the sweet cherries, and they're in season right now. You can see them at most of your local grocers.
What about stuff like nuts and grains? Are those important?
Absolutely. Any kind of nuts, especially if they're lightly salted, almonds and also peanuts. They're high in magnesium, and also the almonds are high and are a decent size of calcium.
And does dairy play any role in this at all?
Yeah, dairy actually has everything.
Really?
So yeah, it might not be the first thing you think of is actually down in a glass of milk whenever you're hot, but we can do like a fruit smoothie. So today I brought a wonderful, one of my favorite fruit smoothies. It's a vanilla bean banana fruit smoothie, and it has about a cup of milk, actually 2 cups of milk, 1 cup of vanilla yogurt, 2 bananas, a dash of vanilla, and about 10 ground almonds. And you just throw some ice in it and mix it up in a blender, and you've got a great treat. I topped it off with a little bit of raspberry and a mint leaf just to make it pretty. And these glasses are really good for also the young kids to make it fun to eat. I mean, it's all about the packaging with the kids. So the straws to make it a lot of fun.
What else? What other suggestions do you have for us? I mean, this is such brutal heat we're dealing with.
Yeah, so what I would definitely recommend is if you've been sick, if you've lost fluids, through a sickness, if you got a stomach virus, I would say wait about 24 hours to even go outside. The temperatures have been in the 100 degrees, and so it doesn't take long for your body to start sweating. Kids, especially younger kids, have a tendency to lose fluids and get dehydrated faster than adults, so you need to keep an eye on them. Actually getting water and fluids and electrolytes on board before even going out is also a really great thing.
That's what I was just going to say. You want to stay ahead of this, right?
Absolutely.
You don't want to wait until you start feeling dehydrated.
No, once you start feeling actually thirsty, they say that you're already starting to get dehydrated. So you want to stay ahead of the curve and get that water and make sure you get the nutrient-rich foods that also help with that hydration process.
Really important information. Angela Lamont, registered dietitian. Thanks so much for your help this afternoon. We appreciate it. Christy, back to you.
Thanks, Brian. Former British Prime Minister Gordon Brown is accusing Rupert Murdoch's